Hello. Hello, welcome back to another video. So I'm going to make a video about what if islands started sinking. So before we start this, please like and subscribe, I really need it. Anyway, let's get into it. So I'm pretty sure this is the Maldives. Can't see much of the island, but the Maldives sink. And it's only 2023, and that's going to shock the world because it's supposed to sink in still about 10 years yet. Yeah, and then more tiny little islands start to sink, but that's not too much of the population yet. Even though the Maldives, I'm pretty sure, has about 100,000 people. Spain loses their island. I think Tunisia and Italy share those islands. Cyprus sinks. Turkey's not going to be too happy about that though, because Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus. Alright, and also Istanbul sinks. Now you two don't need to hate each other, yay! And Black Sea gets even more access to the Mediterranean. So it's not too bad, yeah? Because Turkey and Greece are separated, yay! Yes, basically all the tiny islands sink. Some of these places sink, but not so much of the land. Yeah. But this is going to be the first massive impact. This is like 60% of Indonesia's population. So you went from having like 250 million people to about half of that. Probably about 110 million people, I'm going to say, because that island alone had like 60% of the population. Let's just get rid of this massive mess. Like, this is the biggest impact so far. Bougainville is not going to get independence anymore because it's non-existent. Let's just get rid of this too. Let's just get rid of all of New Guinea. And now Australia is separated. Get rid of some islands then. There we go. So all this starts to sing. Yeah. The Russian islands up here start sinking one by one. This is all because of global warming. Yeah, that's what happens. Why is it doing? But speaking of Russia, a little piece of land at the top sinks. So I do Norwegian island. Little islands here. Alright. This is going to be good for the USA. Cuba's gone now. You can thank me, USA. Except you can't because Florida's no longer here. Florida man's dead now. But also Baja California's gone, so you can't get mixed up anymore. So it's the Galapagos Island, Hawaiian Island. This mess here, that's gone. How about I just get rid of all of Alaska and part of Canada? Like this is just ugly. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry again, Canada, but some of this is sinking too, just because I don't like how it looks. Not gonna lie. Alright, sorry USA too, because Maine is gone now. Pretty sure that was Maine anyway. It might have been part of Canada. I don't know. Don't know if that was Maine or like part, like a bit of Canada. Oh. So that's just gonna. So that's just. How about I just get rid of all of Canada and the USA? And most of Mexico. Yes, so. Greenland and Iceland are gone too. So there's actually going to be a union here between what remains of Mexico, which is literally nothing now, and then Guatemala, Belize, Honduras, El Salvador, and Nicaragua. Just one big union. So this union is going to be the colour blue. Okay. Yeah, I'm back now. So yeah, this is kind of weird. Now, Earth's starting to disappear. It's really weird, isn't it? Islands start to sink. And I'm British and I don't like Argentina. Sorry, Chile. Because I don't know if Chile will exist after this either. But that's good news for Paraguay and Bolivia. They now officially get access to the ocean. So yeah, I'll just get rid of Chile. So now it's no longer in existence. And Uruguay looks a bit weird. But South American countries actually get scared. They're really scared. So French Guiana is going to leave France, and then it's going to join this massive union, which is called the South American Union, or the remainder of it. And then these two nations here, they decided to split this by the Panama Canal. But South American Union decides that they don't want as much just because they're bigger and they don't know if they can hold on to as much land. Yeah. So that's what it's going to look like there. So yeah, these guys can just start to sink. New Zealand's gone that. Yeah, and now Australia's a really remote island. Antarctica's just gone. That's probably what would go first. Because this would probably happen because of global warming. And Tasmania has the cleanest air, but not anymore because they're gone. So this Siberian island's gone, as well as Japan. All of Ireland's gone. Hopefully I'm saying that right, because I think some people say it as Ireland. I think that's the right way to say it. So I'm just gonna. So sorry, Ireland. And then these guys are going to make a union. Like, quite a lot of countries are going to be involved in this union. So this is going to be the Old World Union. And if you want to know why it's the Old World Union and not just the European Union, you'll see why in a few seconds, as soon as I go. It's because they're going to be kind of like colonial, similar to that. Yeah, they're going to have a lot of Africa, but since Somalia and Eritrea are in the Union, Ethiopia is not. Right, and Egypt's also in the Union. So this is like the old world Union. Before Madagascar can join, they sink. They also sink. So yeah, so they declare war on Ethiopia, which really doesn't last long. Ethiopia just now ceases to exist. Right, and they get Yemen to join this. So, and like places like Iran and Afghanistan, because they threaten to declare war. Alright, and then they're going to take parts of Russia too. And then also Turkey, which is weird because of Greece. And they're going to try to beat the Netherlands because they're going to try to get some land back, which they do so successfully. Yeah, and then they connect the Mediterranean. This looks really weird. They're going to be similar to the Mongol Empire and take literally all of northern Russia. And they take a huge chunk of China too. As you can see, I'm just drawing random borders, but I really don't care. This is definitely not going to collapse because of different nationalities and stuff. Definitely not. This is basically just a better Mongol Empire. Let's be honest, it's just a better Mongol Empire. More places sink. Scotland sinks. So now it's basically just now the UK is basically just England and Wales. But Wales was never like a kingdom of the UK, which is why they're not on the actually why they're not on the flag. And then most of the Nordics actually sink. But Finland's just enjoy. What the hell? But as I was saying, Finland's just enjoying life, didn't lose much. It's okay. Yes. Yeah, so Finland is like an island now, but they actually don't care. Yeah, all that just sinks now. Okay, this stuff's back now. Yeah, I didn't want to sink all of that. I just wanted to sink the remainder of Russia that didn't join that union. Because they actually invaded Russia, which is why only part of it was in the union. Then the rest of it just sinks into the ocean. Alright. But not all of the remainder of Russia's going to sink. So this part stays. And guess what's going to happen? Russian people won't like this. The people from Finland will. Yep, that's right. Empire of Finland. Why did I say it like that? That's quite a nice colour, but I don't want to use it. I'm going to use purple for the Finnish Empire. Alright, as for the rest of this mess. So Sri Lanka's just going to sink as well as southern India. And quite a few countries are going to join this union, including all these ones, and quite a lot of them lost land. So this one's going to be like a yellow colour, and it's going to be the South Asian Union. Yeah, that island and Taiwan just don't exist anymore, sorry. Yeah, so this is actually going to happen to Australia, but that's not a bad thing for like 2% of the population, because now Australia's going to be a paradise. So now there's only like 7 nations left, but one of them's definitely like probably the biggest empire in the world at this point. And there we go. Haven't checked out on here for a while. Oh no. Oh no. All this isn't going to break away, is it? No, it is. But not all of this sinks. Like, they still control like a tiny little island over here now. Look. They still have a little island. And they're still alive. You can't say anything about these guys. They just die. Now there's officially 6 nations left, and water starts kicking into this little island now, until eventually it no longer exists. And it continues to take parts of Australia even more. But that's not just going to be that straight line, it's going to be... Do you probably want to know what all these weird lines are? Yeah, I said that I didn't like border gore and stuff. But this is just going to sink into the ocean. Right. And you know how I said earlier that they were going to try to make like new lands, like new chunks of land? Yeah. Didn't last for long. Parts of Turkey are taken over, or this gets taken over. It's not a good time. So Africa gets decimated, but they still exist, don't worry. Yeah, so this is what it looks like now. Don't know if that still exists. Italy sinks eventually. And this is some really weird border gore. So all this can sink into the ocean. They just get absolutely decimated. They are able to make some, but they are able to capture some land too. So it's basically a war against the land and water looks like it's winning. Alright, yeah, alright. Finland doesn't exist anymore. Neither does England. Or the South American Union. Actually, no. Yeah, it still exists. But no, it's not that big. This is the Republic of Atlantis. Because no one knows where Atlantis is, so that's going to be Republic of Atlantis. Then these guys are going to do a trade deal. So the South Asian Union is going to pay the Old World Union for some land. And you'll see why in a minute. Okay, so the reason why they wanted to take this land back is because, no, they didn't lose that much, but it's because they lost the land. So they lose about that much. So they just wanted to buy some land. Don't know why the other guys would sell them land though. Because they're in the middle of a crisis. Alright, meanwhile, these other guys, that's what happened to them. Yeah, but now there's going to be like a massive wave, which knocks out a bunch of land, takes out Turkey, Europe, takes out a lot, not that much, but still a lot. That was a bloody lot, wasn't it? And I'm pretty sure it went all the way into Russia. If only the Netherlands were still here. Wait, I think a guy from... Don't know what happened just then. But I think a guy from the Netherlands actually got in here. I think there's a guy from the Netherlands living in one of these spots. We can finally have faith in humanity again. So the land goes as far as all the way over here into like Siberia and stuff. And they're going to split all this land. So they're actually going to change their names too. So it's just going to become South Asia and North Asia. So all that's going to go to South Asia, which is the one in yellow. So the one in like that green colour is in North Asia. Yeah, we're lucky that a guy from the Netherlands like actually got there in time. Like, we could have been screwed. And overall, South Asia probably like triples their land area. And it's probably like the same with North. Nah, they probably multiply by like 6 times as much. That was actually crazy though, wasn't it? is this stupid thing doing? Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. So, South Asia gives North Asia like just a tiny little bit of land, hence North Asia helped them get a bunch of land back. And North Asia over here literally took over a lot of the sea. But they still want their people to be able to get plenty of water, so they're actually going to make some big lakes. Yeah, they're going to make some really big lakes in their country. Some bigger than others, some of them just like little tiny lakes. And they're even going to share a lake, and that should be about good. Yeah, they just want to make some lakes just so their people can get some water. Yeah, but this is actually going to come back to bite them. And do you want to know why? The guy from the Netherlands who restored all that land just got unalived. So I'll show you what happens in this next part. Yeah, so that's what happened. Guess what? That's not even it, because I don't know where that's at. But guess what? That happened, and then also that happened. Oh my god! Why did it do that? All right. Yes, basically, they lose all that. There we go. This looks really weird. So after that, they lose even more land. So they lose about that much. Yeah. So basically something like that happened. And then they decide to split. Actually, no, they don't split it. What they do is become their own country. Like, they just decide to become one country. Come that way. It's gonna be that colour. Yeah, so this is going to be the Asian Union. But it doesn't last too long. Because even more waves are coming. Take all that. yeah, so all that happens. Yeah, they take all of that. Yeah, no, they ain't. No, the water ain't even gonna stop. So, this is actually going to have a peace treaty. So let's look at the peace. Yeah, this is the peace treaty. But after like thousands and thousands of years, like it all unites, and there's probably a bunch of sea monsters here. So, but there's actually going to be. But this is the sequel. Yes, there's a sequel. There's going to be a rebellion. The rebellion of land. So, we've just seen like a little mini Africa pop up. That's basically what this is going to be, like a little mini Africa. It even has its own little Madagascar. Look, it even has its own little Madagascar. And they don't think much of it until this happened. They kill a bunch of the sea monsters. And then this happened. And then they even make landings here, and here. And the water just surrenders. So the water just becomes part of blind. But then tragedy happened. Nuke. And then there's radiation. This is all of the radiation that's spilled. And then all this radiation, all this is just gone now. This final piece of land, the radiation finally gets them. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Bye.